Hello my friends, good morning to you and welcome back to our reading of the Spirit's book. We are at chapter 8, which is the law of progress, and as topics we have the state of nature, the march of progress, relapsed cultures, civilization, the progress of human legislation, Spiritism's influence on progress. And we go to the state of nature at question 776. Are the state of nature and natural law the same thing? Answer: no. The state of nature is the primitive state. Civilization is incompatible with the state of nature, whereas natural law contributes to the progress of humankind. And then there's a note from Kardec under this answer, which is the state of nature represents the infancy of humankind and the departure point for their intellectual and moral development. Being perfectible and containing the seed of their own improvement within themselves, human beings are not meant to live forever in the state of nature, just as they are not meant to live forever in infancy. The state of nature is transitory, and humans leave it behind through progress and civilization. Natural law, on the other hand, rules humankind as a whole, and people improve to the degree that they comprehend and practice this law in a better manner. Question 777. Since there are fewer needs in the state of nature, human beings do not suffer all the tribulations they create for themselves in a more advanced state. What is to be thought of the opinion of those who regard the state of nature as the state of perfect earthly happiness? Answer: what do you expect? That sort of happiness is the ignorant happiness of the brute. There are humans who understand no other. It is being happy in the same sort of way as are the animals. Children, too, are happier than when they become adults. Question 778. Could humankind regress back to the state of nature? Answer: no. Humankind must progress without ceasing, and it cannot return to the state of infancy. It progresses because God has willed it. Believing that it could regress back to its primitive condition would be denying the law of progress. Topic: the march of progress. Question 779. Do humans draw from within themselves the power to progress? Or is progress nothing more than the result of education? Answer: they advance naturally by themselves. Not all progress at the same time or in the same manner, however, and it is through social contact that the most advanced help the others to progress. Question 780. Does moral progress always follow intellectual progress? Answer: it is its consequence, but it does not always follow it immediately. Question that comes after this answer: how can intellectual progress lead to moral progress? Answer: by making good and evil understandable, for then humans can choose between the two. The development of free will follows the development of intelligence and increases the responsibility of humans for their acts. Question that comes after this answer: then how can one explain that the most enlightened cultures are often the most perverted? Answer: complete progress is the goal, but like individuals, cultures only reach it step by step. Until they have developed the moral sense, they may use their intelligence to do evil. Morality and intelligence are two forces that only achieve balance over time. Question 781. Is humankind ever permitted to halt the march of progress? Answer: no, but it can sometimes slow it down. Question that comes after this answer: what are we to think of those who attempt to halt the march of progress and cause humankind to regress? Answer: they are poor, conceited beings whom God will chastise, and they will swept away by the torrent that meant to stop. And then there's a note from Kardec under this answer saying the following: since progress is a condition of human nature, no one has the power to oppose it. It is a living force that flawed human laws may hinder but not stifle. Then these laws become incompatible with progress. It overthrows them along with all the persons who attempt to uphold them. This will continue to be the case until humans harmonize their laws with divine justice. Divine justice desires the good for all, unlike those laws that are made for the strong at the expense of the weak. Question 782. Aren't there those who obstruct progress out of good faith, believing they are helping it because from their own point of view, they often see progress where it does not in fact exist? Answer: they are like a tiny pebble under the wheel of a large cart. A tiny pebble cannot keep a large cart from moving. Question 783. Does the perfecting of humankind always follow a slow progressive march? Answer: there is the regular, slow progress that results from the force of things. However, when a culture does not advance quickly enough, then from time to time God causes a physical or moral jolt that transforms it. Note from Kardec under this answer: humans cannot remain forever in ignorance, since they must reach the goal set by Providence. They are enlightened by the force of circumstances. Moral revolutions, like social revolutions, creep into people's ideas little by little. They germinate for centuries and suddenly burst forth, overthrowing the crumbling edifice of the past, which is no longer in accord with new needs and new aspirations. In such upheavals, people usually do not perceive more than the momentary disorder and confusion that affect their own material interests. Nevertheless, those who raise their thought beyond themselves admire the designs of Providence, which bring good out of bad. Such upheavals are like the storms and disturbances that leave the atmosphere cleansed after having disrupted it. Question 784. Humankind's perversity is very great. Doesn't it seem like humans are regressing instead of progressing, at least from a moral point of view? Answer: you are mistaken. Observe the whole closely and you will see that they are advancing because they have a better understanding of what evil is, leading them day by day to reform their abuses. The excess of evil will make them understand the need for the good and for reforms. Question 785. What is the greatest obstacle to progress? Answer: pride and selfishness. I am referring to moral progress, since intellectual progress is always occurring. Progress itself seems at first glance to double the intensity of these two vices by developing ambition and the love of wealth. But this in turn incites persons to pursue research that enlightens their spirits. It is thus that everything is related in the moral world as well as in the physical, and that good is brought out of evil itself. But this state of things will only last for a while. it will change as people better understand that beyond the enjoyment of earthly wealth, there is an infinitely greater and long-lasting bliss. And there's a note from Kardec under this answer saying the following. There are two kinds of progress that mutually support each other, but which do not proceed in tandem. Intellectual progress and moral progress. Throughout the century, intellectual progress among civilized cultures has received all the stimuli it could desire and has reached an unprecedented level. Moral progress has also occurred, although not at the same rate. If we compare the social customs of a few centuries ago with those of today, we would have to be blind to deny that there has been progress. Then why should the ascendant march of morality be interrupted at any more than that of intelligence? Why should there not be as great a difference in morality between the 19th and the 24th centuries as there has been between the morality of the 14th and 19th? To doubt this would be to assume that humanity has reached the apogee of perfection, which is absurd, or that it is not morally perfectible, which has been disproved by experience. Well guys, I hope you're liking this reading as much as I do, and I'll stay here for today. I hope you guys have a great day. God bless you all. Big kiss. Bye bye.